Hi, I'm Kathleen Muglia. This is the fall of 2023, and this is for Computer Science Data at Scale. This is a code book for my genomic data science project. Have you done genetic testing? Have you done 23andMe or one of the other genetic testing? Do you know what the results mean? Well, using genetic results is extremely important in patient care. Pharmacogenomics is learning how to study the genetic information and how individual patients use different medications differently, right? One medication will work for one patient and it won't work for another. That's pharmacogenomics. So precision healthcare is helping patients utilize unique information about their genetic makeup and helping them make decisions. So specifically, anxious and depressed patients are at risk for cardiovascular events, heart attacks and strokes, and would benefit from knowing which medications or lifestyle changes have the greatest benefit. Should they take a medication? Should they go for a walk? Should they do yoga? Well, direct-to-consumer genetic tests like 23andMe give millions of patients genetic information that could help individualize their care. Psychopharmacogenomic testing, which is done by healthcare providers like psychiatrists or psych nurse practitioners or physicians, need to order those tests themselves. They're expensive. They don't get covered by a lot of insurance companies, so it really limits access to care. Even more specifically, I'd like to focus on how drugs are metabolized. And the mutation, the CYP2C19, is a mutation that is noted in genetic testing. And if we note this in their genetic testing, it has implications for how certain antidepressants like citalopram is ordered and managed. My codebook, these are not in any specific order. My variables are on the left. 9999 is missing data. 9997 is if a patient is unsure about an answer, which we get a lot with patients. So I wanted to differentiate that from just a missing data point. 9998 is the patient refused to answer the question. 9997 is they're not sure. Are they reliable? Patients that have psych mental health disorders may not be reliable historians. For instance, they may say they don't smoke, but yet they reek of cigarette smoke. So I want to notify that, code that. Then we have patient's age, patient's birth date, patient's weight, patient's gender, anxiety ratings. So they may be diagnosed with anxiety, but they may not be diagnosed with anxiety. So we can do an anxiety scale. Are they on citalopram? That is a SSRI, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, that has been known to be affected by this mutation. We'll call it CY for here. And patients will get that information on their genetic test that they are a poor metabolizer. And so they need to take that information to their provider. So if they're on citalopram, we need to know that because there's dosing guidelines specifically for that. So it'd be nice to know if they were on it. A lot of patients will say, no, they're not taking it, even if they've been prescribed it and they stopped taking it 2 days before. So I have special codes for how patients answer that. Have they done the 23andMe? Do we have access available before we start ordering a lot more expensive tests? Do we have that information available? And I'm going to scroll through the rest of these because I'm running out of time. The genetic test, different genetic testing. Are they a smoker? We know that affects metabolism. If they've had cardiovascular events, if they exercise, if they have family history, and so on. Cimetidine, that's another medication that affects their metabolism. And if they drink alcohol, what their educational status is, if they do yoga, what their ICD-9 codes are. I listed some of the common cardiovascular ones. and sleep. Why the data elements were selected, I reviewed those on the previous slides, but basically I wanted to find out, um, have they done the different genetic tests? What are their lifestyle activities? Are they anxious? Are they depressed? Have they had cardiovascular events? How can we put all this information together to be able to help the patient make great decisions about their health care? Thanks so much.